Good afternoon. My name is Erica Brown, and this is my week 5 video for EDLD 5326 School Community Relations. The project that I chose to do is called Students in Success. I chose this project because discipline and students who have been diagnosed with a behavior disability is a passion of mine. I'm a huge advocate for those students and those families, and I wanted to do a video to truly pass on my passion and truly convey my emotions, through video instead of on paper. I chose this because this is something that we would need on my campus. We are the largest elementary school in Waxahachie ISD. With over 670 students enrolled, according to our last taper report, which was 2017-2018. We have a large population of students, and 10% of our students on campus are students that are identified as a student with a behavior disability. So of course, if you do the math, we have 600 and some odd students. We have at least 60 students that have that diagnosis. I've had 1 or 2 students each year come through my classroom, and I see the struggles. I see the struggles with the families. So I wanted to start a program that was restorative and purposeful. The program that I chose, I titled Students in Success, and it's a positive way to have our students involved in things, have our families involved in things that maybe might be a little bit overwhelming for them initially. So the goal of this project that I chose is simply to work with our families, work with our students, keep our students who are diagnosed as students with a behavior disability or an emotional disturbance, in the classes as much as possible. We are truly an inclusion type of education system in Texas, and part of having inclusion or being inclusive to those students is involving them in everything, setting them up for success and not failures. When we have students who have a behavior disability, we need to make sure that we are documenting everything, that we are reading the documentation that is discussed, maybe in an ARD process or in a 504 meeting, and we are allowing the students to be successful in every avenue. That could mean headphones for a special assignment. That could mean small group instruction, whatever the case is, we want our students to be successful. So the goal or the agenda for today's meeting is I'm going to discuss six types of activities, provided by Dr. Joyce Epstein, and how I will incorporate that. Also on the agenda, we will answer any questions that anybody might have, in addition to opening up for volunteers right away. I have a vision of how this program looks in my head, and I want to see it played out in front of our campus. And like I said, discipline is something that I'm very passionate about. Working with our students, including our students, being the type of leader that takes a restorative approach and not restrictive environment approach. So the first partnership I would like to talk about from Dr. Epstein is parenting. I propose that we immediately do a meet and greet in a small group setting. I imagine it kind of looking like an open house, and instead of a large crowd, many families, like I said, we're the largest elementary school, so our open house can get kind of hectic, especially when it's mom, dad, siblings, maybe grandma or grandpa, whatever their family dynamic is. We could have, maybe over 1,000 people in our school building. Well, when you think about a student that has an emotional disturbance, or possibly that is diagnosed as a student with a behavior disability, this could be very overwhelming. So the first thing that I would like to do is a small meet and greet with those families. If we could get ahead and we know all 60 families, based on our, previous campus information, we can invite them in. If our open house starts at 5:30, I would like to invite these families at 4:30. I would like to have my teachers that will be working with the students ready. I understand that means they're going to have to be opened up an hour earlier. In order for this program to be successful, we need all hands on deck. We need everybody to have a great attitude. We need to partner together. So the first thing that I will do is reach out to the families personally, invite them to come. It could be overwhelming for parents if they have a child with an emotional disturbance. It could be very overwhelming. It could be overwhelming for the child to have a change in their routine or schedule. So my job is to make sure that they feel supported and welcomed on our campus. The next one that I would do is communication. Communication is key for any family. I know that I probably sound a little bit biased, but I feel as though, in my experience, our families who have students that have been diagnosed as an emotionally disturbed student or a student with a behavior disability, they need extra support, and they might feel as though a stigma has been placed on them based on their child's behaviors. I'm a constant reminder I'm constantly reminding my families that this is my job. This is what I do. This is what I love to do. I'm here for you. I'm here for your students. I have had very difficult situations with some of my students. I've had violent students, and I still have a great attitude with them. Every day is a new day. It's a fresh start. Yes, of course, there's consequences. Yes, of course, I'm going to be transparent in everything that I do with the child, with their families, but it's a learning experience. So they might have some type of something happen at school. And my job is to go address it, speak with the families, let them know this is what happened, this is the consequence. However, when we start school the next day, it's a new day. We're not still talking about what happened yesterday. And I feel like that in itself creates a good communication bond with myself as an educator and as a campus administrator, and with our families. When our families know they can trust us, they truly feel like it's a partnership. Another one that I'd like to talk about is volunteering. Volunteering is very important for this program to work, because not only do I have my teachers working with my students that are diagnosed with an emotional disturbance or a student with a behavior disability, I am going to enlist local people from the fire department, the police department, maybe careers that could be a little bit intimidating to some of our families, and partner them together. That means maybe Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I have, Fireman Joe and Policeman Rob coming up to the school, and they are going to just sit and play a 30-minute board game with some of my students. And that mentorship and that bond is going to grow, and it's going to grow in a positive way for my students, but also for the staff. Another one that I would like to do is learning at home. And for this activity, what I said that I would like to do is have students practice a game. It could be with me, it could be with their mentor, it could be with somebody on campus that maybe they're drawn to. Myself as a kindergarten teacher, I have strong relationships with so many of my teachers and their students. I am an upbeat, happy type of person. I do video announcements at school sometimes. So a lot of the kids know me, and I'm always giving them hugs and, giving them high fives, encouraging them. Well, if they ever have something happen in their classroom, their teacher will say, I feel like maybe you need to go see Miss Brown about this, or, what would Miss Brown think about this? And the students really they're like, I can't wait to share this news with Miss Brown, or they're like, Miss Brown, I didn't make the best choice. And then we go from there. To take it back to the learning at home, we will practice these games. Then I'm going to have the student put the game or whatever activity in a Ziploc bag and take it home. When they go home, their job is to find someone in their house that they can teach the game to, or they can read the book to. And this is meant to be a moment for the student to have pride in themselves and in their accomplishments, and share that with someone else. And having them work through those positive emotions is going to teach them good coping skills, building really strong relationships with people that they know and trust. The last one that I'd like to talk about is decision making. The decision to start this program starts at the top. It starts with our district level leaders. It starts with us talking to them about this program, advocating for our students, looking at data, seeing how we can make this work. And once we're given the green light, then we are going to take it to campus principals. Not every school has the same needs as my campus. However, this does not have to be limited to a student with an emotional disturbance or a student with behavior disability. This could be any student that maybe just needs an extra partner, needs some extra encouragement. Maybe something's happening at home and we need to know about that. And we need to build that relationship with the students. The decision-making comes with me as an administrator trusting my staff that they are being a teacher of character, that they are pouring themselves into these children that maybe don't have the best home life, or maybe they've been through a very traumatic experience. My job as an administrator is to be visible. I need to make sure that I'm in classrooms, not looking for anything wrong. I'm looking for everything right. I'm here to encourage my teachers and let them know I'm so excited about this program. I'm so excited for you. I love the way that you were really just being there for Johnny. I know he's going through a lot and I can see that you really care about him. When we're affirming what we see in our teachers instead of just keeping it up here, you're spreading the growth. You're spreading the knowledge. If you know, Miss Brown feels good because of what Miss Schaefer said to her, then Miss Brown's going to say something to someone else, and that's going to make them feel good. And then that person's going to say something to someone else, and it's just going to continue on to a very positive cycle. I hope that you can feel my passion with this program, and I absolutely loved this project. In fact, I am going to take this to my campus administrators. I am going to find out how I can incorporate this. If it's not campus-wide, I'm going to find out what I can do to incorporate this in my classroom. So thank you, Dr. Cummings. Thank you, Dr. Crawford, and everybody for all of your support. I really appreciate it, and I hope you all have a wonderful summer. I'll see you August 17th. Bye.